Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is AtrueGram, and this is going to be episode 12 of Let's Complete the Pokedex in Pokemon Blue. There is no red in this episode, so I don't need to say with a little bit of help of red, because there's actually not going to be any content from red until probably about the Safari Zone. But anyway, in the last episode, we came and conquered most of Pokemon Tower. We also conquered the Game Corner Team Rocket joint place thing area, and in this episode we start off by revealing that the ghost is Marowak, and if you try to catch it, you can't. You have to put its soul to rest by knocking it out. So it's one of the only scripted battles in that sense. I think it might be the only scripted battle that you can't catch the Pokemon. Probably in the game. I can't think of anything else. There isn't. This is the only scripted battle in the game. But anyway, in this episode, we are going to finish up Pokemon Tower and get the Pokeflute from Mr. Fuji, and then we are going to we are going to go and take on the Silphco, which it'll be a good time. I cut out all these battles because there's no interesting stuff going on. They don't have any new Pokemon. They're really just it's the same Team Rocket that we saw in the last episode, and so there's really not much worth noting. Pretty much just repetitive battles of the same pokes. But in Silphco, however, there are a lot more interesting battles. Actually, I think I leave in most of the battles because most of them are really interesting. There's high-level Pokemon, so it's kind of a challenge, and there's evolutions of a lot of Pokemon that we haven't seen before, and so it's worthy of showing those battles as opposed to some of the other battles that we've seen with Team Rocket, which are all pretty repetitive. But anyway, yeah, by getting up to the top of the Pokemon Tower, we discovered that Mr. Fuji was there on his own, by his own will, on his own accord. He wanted to try to put the soul of Cubone's mother, Marowak, to rest, and we did it. So I mean, he's happy, and then we get the Pokeflute, which is pretty cool. I do enjoy myself a Pokeflute because it not only allows you to wake up and the Snorlax on actually allows you to wake up both Snorlaxes on blocking both the bike path area, I forget what it's called, and then the other one that's to the right, basically just straight down from where we are right now. It also allows you to wake up Pokemon in game, basically making awakenings pretty much useless. However, but before we go and use our Pokeflute to awaken the Snorlax, we're going to go and take on Silphco, because that's the cool thing to do. I basically just wanted to do as much stuff out of order in this game as I could, because basically what I would normally do, and what I think is the desire, or not the intended path, is you go and get one of the Snorlaxes, fight one of them, get past the Snorlaxes, and then you go and take on Fuchsia City. But we're gonna do Saffron because that's what I want to do. I don't really have any other reason. I believe the only Pokemon that we get in this episode is Lapras. This is the only opportunity you have to catch a Lapras in the game. Lapras starts at level 15. It won't be a party member, but it is pretty cool. I've always wanted to use one, but by the time I get it in game, as you can see, my lowest Pokemon is level 23, and I'm actually trying to train it up. I'm pretty much close to the 30s with all of my Pokemon. I don't want to do the math to average it out, but it's basically like a 30 average, just with the quick mental math that I looked at. So I mean, the best sort of course of action is to get Lapras as early as possible, which I basically did. And even then, I still would need like 15 levels on it, but it's not that big of a deal. 15 levels isn't really all that much. It's still early enough in the game to make it useful for the remaining 4 gyms. And I think that if you like Lapras, it's a cool Pokemon. I always remember the scripted Lapras sequence in Pokemon Gold and Silver, where you had to come on like a specific day and all of that. And I did it once accidentally, and I'd never done it since then. I never caught that Lapras, but I always thought Lapras was pretty cool. It's a cool dude. Plus, anytime you surf, you like turn into a Lapras-looking thing. So I mean, I don't know. I like Lapras. I just never really use it because of the inconvenient ways you have to get Lapras in Gold and Silver, which is pretty much my main, or not my main, but the Pokemon game I put the most hours into. And then also how late you get it in this game, which really isn't all that late, considering I think I got a Pokemon like 2 episodes ago. But my party is already filled up, and I have guys at higher levels, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And there's not really a spot for Lapras. I do need to use Lapras on a future playthrough, though. I haven't done it ever, which is no good. Lapras would be especially useful for like a no Pokemon Center, no Mart sort of run of Pokemon, because you get it without needing a Pokeball. And so, I mean, I tried doing a no Pokemon Center run of I used Marts, but I didn't use Pokemon Centers, of Fire Red. It didn't go all that well. I actually got kind of far, but I believe I got to the Pokemon Tower, or like the first part of the Pokemon Tower. But then my ROM got all messed up, or my emulator was like messing with the colors and stuff. And plus, now I don't even use emulators really at all. I like to buy all my stuff and play it legit. It holds more nostalgia for me. And I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons why I do these Let's Plays of at least games that I know, is because I like the nostalgia factor. Especially this Let's Play probably has the most nostalgia factor for me out of any of the ones that I've done so far, which is only 4, and I haven't even completed 3 of them. But oh well. I'm trying to get to that right now with the daily upload thing, to try to complete more projects and get more content out and keep my channel going at a nice pace. Because with the frequency that I was uploading, it kind of took a while to get done with a lot of projects, and I think that I can up my pace a little bit and still keep the quality that I have going, which I don't even know if you guys consider it very high quality, but I'm proud of my work, and so I'm willing to upload it, and if I can keep my work sort of at the level that I'm proud of, with uploading it more, then I don't think there's really a problem. So I'm gonna try to keep going with it. I'll probably only end up daily uploading for like 2 more weeks, because it's all about the amount of content I have saved up, and right now I don't really have any Pokemon videos saved up. I have like 2 more Portal videos saved up, and then the majority of the content is Metroid Zero Mission, which I have already completed. So the daily upload thing might not go forever, but it's fun to do for now, at least. I'm gonna hopefully crank out some more Pokemon videos this weekend so I can consistently upload it more. It's hard to get a lot of content going for it, but I've already talked about this multiple times. But anyway, basically all of these professor guys in Silphco all have Magnemites or Electrodes, and so I cut out, after this battle, I believe I cut out the rest of them, because basically the strategy is bring in Elizabeth and spam Body Slam, because they're going to try to use Electro-type moves, because first generation AI is stupid. I don't really have any other like good reasoning. It's not smart AI. Like trying to Thunderbolt over and over again, it doesn't really make sense. But I'm not gonna complain. It makes Elizabeth more effective, which is actually pretty darn nice. I mean, Elizabeth isn't the most effective Pokemon out there right now. Her stats are obviously leaned more towards the defensive side, so it makes her a little bit more valuable taking hits as opposed to dishing them out. But when I can exploit a typing thing, and it makes Elizabeth more valuable, then I'm not going to complain at all. Plus, Elizabeth grew to level 30. I think part of the reason why I don't I don't like Elizabeth quite as much as some of the other Pokemon on the team, namely Mr. Mime and Paris are probably my two favorite guys on the team right now. Is because, well, number one, it doesn't gain the boosted experience that Mr. Mime gains, and number two, I don't think that it's just not as like fun to use Elizabeth, because she doesn't know as many like good moves. But we're actually gonna get the TM for Earthquake in this laboratory. I believe we don't get it in this episode, just because I didn't remember exactly where it was, and I didn't feel like looking, and so I just wanted to continue progressing along and taking on some of the Team Rocket guys. But we do end up, I don't remember what I was doing here, actually. I'm sorry guys, I don't know what was going on at the time, but I lost my train of thought because I just wanted to walk around the base floor of Silphco for some reason. Past self, what are you doing? I don't know. Oh, I was talking about Earthquake. I just couldn't remember where it was, and basically that was the extent of it. As you can see, I've like went up to a couple doors and examined them and discovered that we've needed the card key. We get the card key like right here, basically. Well, I didn't cut out this battle, but I didn't think it was. I don't know. This one wasn't as boring with the Elizabeth strategy because I brought out Thomas, so kind of it's nice to show off some more guys. God, I really like using Paris for some reason. Its only good move is Dig, but it's still so fun. It's just, it might be novelty and it might wear off towards the end of the LP if he really starts sucking, but for now, he's just so fun to use. I don't know why, but he really is. And it kind of helps that even though Mega Drain is kind of crappy low base powered, it helps that it restores Thomas's HP because it makes him a little bit more usable. Because if you're going to use a crappy move but then get some HP back for it, you can take more hits. And we also learned Spore, which is a 100% accuracy sleep move. It's really useful. I forget what I get rid of. I think I get rid of Leech Life, yeah. Because Leech Life is basically the same thing as Mega Drain, except it's Bug type, and Bug is actually probably more useful, and I shouldn't have gotten rid of it, but, I don't know. Because, I mean, Bug is, I think, the only type that's super effective. Actually, Ghost, but Bug and Ghost are the only super effective types against Psychic in this gen. Psychic is really overpowered, so, and we're actually getting kind of close to taking on a Psychic gym, so that was a little bit stupid of me to have gotten rid of Leech Life, but there's nothing I can do about it now, except just keep playing. I think I'll be able to deal with the gym either way. It won't be really that much of a big deal that I got rid of the Leech Life. Actually, I don't know, I might make it harder, but hopefully it won't be that big of a deal that I got rid of Leech Life. But as I was saying about the card key is in this room. We just have to go south, and then we step on a tile, and then it's kind of confusing. And I remember as a little kid, it used to troll me so hard I couldn't remember what to do. But I remember it vividly now because of how much it trolled me as a kid. Like I never forget where the card key location is. So in a way, it kind of helped me out that it's a little bit confusing. And I mean, it also made for more exploring of the area. It made it kind of more of an annoying endeavor as a kid, or as a little kid. I'm not really an adult yet, so I guess technically I'm still a kid, but as a young child, as a wee lad, it made this place a lot more annoying that I couldn't find where the key card was. But I never really got that far in this place consistently, or that far in this game consistently, because I played blue after I played gold, or I played blue after I played silver, which made I think gold and silver and crystal's level of polish kind of trumps blue for me a little bit. It just makes blue not as fun of a game. It's still fun, and I really enjoy playing through it, even today, but especially when I was younger, I couldn't appreciate it as much as I probably would have if this had been my first Pokemon game. But I still enjoy it, so I mean, there's really no reason to complain. It's an enjoyable game. It's a fun experience, and it's kind of cool to be like, wow, this is where the series began. It has some weird quirks, I guess, over some other Pokemon games. Like the way super effectiveness is calculated is kind of weird. It's like based off of one typing of the dual type. So like times 4 effective wasn't really a thing back then, and it's kind of annoying that you have to like pull up the Pokemon and then go to the thing to find the stats, like getting the going to the Pokemon's name and then in the menu and then all of that, instead of just being able to like hit A on the water and being like, hey, it's water, you can surf on it, do you want to surf? It makes it a little bit less not less entertaining, I would say. I think it makes it a little bit more tedious, but it's really still a fun game, and I really enjoy it. And I think I can really appreciate what it did, and also the fact that you can 151 it is fucking awesome. I mean, this is one of the cooler kind of video game things that I think I've ever done. I've 100%ed some games and stuff, but catching all 151 is like a really cool video game challenge that I don't think that many people have done, even though it's entirely possible and really not like that. It's really not that like hard of a challenge or anything. It just requires patience, and you have to really want to do it, I think. And then it's cool. It's fun. I probably should have checked for a hidden item over there. There might have been one. I don't remember whether or not there was, but I feel like that's a little area where they would have put a hidden item. Fuck me for not trying. I'm not gonna cuss anymore. I don't know. I normally don't use very many swear words just in my daily life or in videos, but I used one, like 2 within a span of like 2 minutes, which made me feel weird. This battle was interesting. This was a very interesting battle, because I used ducks and I swords dance up, and then Drowsy does a ton with confusion. I was like, crap, I might die. But then he goes for hypnosis and misses, and then I miscut, and I was like, okay, I'm for sure dead now. He disables, and I was like, yeah, the AI is letting me live. And then I raised my eyebrows seductively, except I didn't do that. I was just happy that the AI was kind of dumb. This is another example of the dumb first generation of Pokemon AI. But he easily could have killed me with confusion, but then didn't do it. And then the Grimer comes, and I would have 2-hit KO'd it, I think, but then I get a crit, which negated my swords dance. Kill him off with a peck because I didn't want to miscut. But I don't know, just everything that happened in this battle was weird. Like, Ducks should have died, especially because I think Grimer could have done some good damage as well, but instead Grimer decided to disable when I was already disabled, which is stupid AI yet again. And then I was really surprised that peck didn't kill, and if Grimer had attacked me and then the Machop would have attacked me instead of leering, then Ducks would have been dead yet again. So I walked away from that battle thinking, wow, that was really awesome that I managed to get the trifecta of kills right there. Or not kills. Pokemon don't die. They faint. I managed to knock out the 3 Pokemon, though, which was a lot more than I thought I would get done, actually. I was kind of just leaving in Ducks because I didn't want to switch and then split the experience, because it's kind of tedious to do that, honestly. And it just wasn't to my liking of stuff that I wanted to do at the time. I'm really just trying to focus on leveling up Ducks. Plus, I knew that there was a chance of the dumb AI, and so I decided to leave in Ducks because, I mean, the experience, Ducks is lagging as far as experience, so it's not really a problem to try to keep him in for a little bit. But anyway, here we have probably the hardest battle of any battle yet in the game. I think the battle might be trumped by the next gym that we take on, because we're kind of taking it on out of order, and that might make it even more difficult. But as you can see, that's a level 37 Pidgeot. My highest is level 36, but it's kind of not the most offensive Pokemon at level 36. However, I do have Marcel with the T-Bolt, which is a godsend. It's so good. So good. I really like having T-Bolt on Marcel. Especially because it has the high special stat, so I mean it puts in work. It's really nice. And then the boosted experience makes leveling up a thing. And then plus the 2 flying types that our rival has being high level, it actually helps a lot that Marcel is able to dish out an electric type move. He basically hits harder than any other guy that I have on my team right now, I think. So he's invaluable at this point. Invaluable means like really valuable, right? I don't know. Can't be measured because he's so valuable. I'm pretty sure that's the definition of invaluable. Otherwise, I've been misusing it for like a wee tad of a while. That was a dumb sentence. A wee tad. It's like a small bit, I guess. But yeah, I probably should have taught Roshi Bubble Beam to make him a little bit more valuable. But I gave it to Elizabeth because Roshi is already level 36, so really not in need of giving myself more of a reason to use him until I get Surf. Oh, I thought I was gonna get through the whole video without coughing. That would have been a miracle. But yeah, no, I don't really need more of a reason to use him over what I already have now, which is basically just the fact that he puts in work, even with just having Water Gun. And I do kind of need a reason to use Elizabeth, so having a stronger water type move kind of helps propel me towards actually using Elizabeth as opposed to Roshi. But who do I switch in now? I think Sheila, yeah. And then I realized how little Sheila's doing. Sheila. I mean, being 12 levels down, Ember basically can't touch Venusaur. I mean, Vine Whip doesn't do too much, but fearing a different type move. I mean, Vine Whip did a lot more than my Ember did, and then Razor Leaf is it's an even higher base power move, and it flat out takes me out. Razor Leaf always crits in this generation, if you didn't know. But I do have my heavy hitter right now in the form of Marcel, and Venusaur is poison type, so I can hit it super effectively with Confusion and do some pretty solid work on him. Thank God he went for the poison powder though, because then he can't kill me, and I can actually take out the Venusaur with the Confusion. That was kind of a precarious battle, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really have much to deal with the Venusaur. I really need to get Sheila, the dumb named Growlithe, better fire type move, because Ember is not cutting it, as you can easily, plainly see. But basically, Gypsy is gonna tell us about the Elite Four, and kind of give us a foreshadow him being there when we go and we think we won. We didn't win because he's an asshole. But yeah, here we get the Lapras. I believe in Fire Red and Leaf Green you get the Lapras on the bottom floor. Couldn't think of anything creative for Lapras, so I made a pun on his name, which is not really all that creative because I didn't make it up, because I'm not the first one I've done it, I don't think, so I can't be like the original creator. But Lap Dance Lapras, it's a thing, I guess. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. In the next one, we are going to be completing Sylph Company, Sylph Co, and doing some work with as far as getting some new TMs and stuff. We have actually quite a lot of cool stuff planned for the next episode. So